Hello everyone. In the previous video, we had gone through the learn words of chapter number 1, The Ant and the Grasshopper. Today, we will go through the story in general, but before that, let us read something about the writer of this story. William Somerset Maugham, who was born in 1874 and died in 1965, was an English playwright, novelist, and short story writer. He loved traveling and wrote extensively about his travels around the world. Some of his best travel writing can be read in The Gentleman in the Parlour, which deals with a journey through Burma, Siam, Cambodia, and Vietnam. A semi-autobiographical novel of human bondage is thought to be his masterpiece. Among his short stories, some of the most memorable are those dealing with the lives of Western, mostly British, colonists in the Far East. The Ant and the Grasshopper is a modern take on an Aesop's fable with the same name. A fable is a short story that has a moral and often has animals or birds as characters. A short story, on the other hand, may or may not have a moral. This story, The Ant and the Grasshopper, is a striking example of life's little ironies. In this story, the writer reverses the moral of the traditional fable. In the fable, the ant gathers food during the summer, whereas the grasshopper wastes time. When the rainy season comes, the grasshopper begs the ant for food. But the writer is very skeptical about the moral of this fable and presents a different situation in his story. Characters. The characters in this story are Tom Ramsay, George Ramsay, and the narrator. Tom Ramsay and George Ramsay are brothers, and George Ramsay is an year elder. Considering the plot of the story is narrated by an unnamed narrator. George Ramsay is an honest man, industrious and worthy also. He saves money for his peaceful retired life. But his brother Tom is a different personality. He does not go to job and prefers to enjoy life. He abandons his wife and children. Tom also borrows money from many persons, and George settles some of the debts in order to save the reputation of the family. George expects his brother Tom to have an unpredictable future since he has no savings. However, Tom becomes engaged to a woman who is old enough to be his mother. The lady dies suddenly, from whom he, that means Tom, inherits £500,000, a yacht, a house in London, and a house in the country. George feels as if there is some injustice done. As the grasshopper made no provisions for the winter, Tom too made no provisions for his future. But in real life, Tom enjoys life better than his brother and well settled in life. When George is sharing about the new fortune of his brother, the narrator laughs heartily. His reaction to Tom's success in life mirrors the attitude of society also. In modern times, the society does not care for the means of someone's success. This story, that means The Ant and the Grasshopper, it records the truth that all those who work hard do not gain success.